Good morning, student. I hope all of you are doing very well. In our previous class, we have discussed about the pollination through the different pollinating agent. And in our today's class, we will discuss about pistil pollen interaction and double fertilization. So let's begin it. Pollen pistil interaction. It is a process in which pistil recognize compatible or incompatible pollen through the chemical components produced by them. If the pollen is compatible, then pistil accept it and promote post-pollination events. The pollen grain germinate on the stigma to produce pollen tube, and that pollen tube grow through the tissues of stigma and style and reaches the ovary. So this is a picture of a pollen tube. So firstly, the pollen grain will land on the pistil, then interaction between pollen pistil take place. If the pollen grain will be compatible, then it will be accepted by the pistil, and then pollen grain start to germinate on stigma and it will produce a pollen tube, and that pollen tube will grow through the tissue of stigma, style, and finally it will reach to the ovary. So the events like the growth of pollen tube and then it reaches to the ovary and then entry of tube into the synergids and finally the discharge of male gametes into the synergids. So these events will take place whenever the pollen will be compatible to the pistil, and suppose if the pollen is incompatible or wrong type, then the pistil reject pollen by preventing pollen germination or pollen tube growth. So that means if the pollen will not be compatible, if it will be of wrong type, then in that condition pollen tube will not grow and male gamete cannot enter into the synergids and then fusion cannot also take place. There are some plants which shed their pollen grain at the two cell stage, having one vegetative and one generative cell. So in those plants, generative cells divide into two male gametes during pollen tube growth. So whenever the pollen will be shed at the two cell stage, having one vegetative and one generative. So whenever the pollen tube will grow in that condition, generative cell will divide into two male gametes while the growth of the pollen tube. In plants which shed pollen in three cell conditions, pollen tube carry two male gametes from the beginning. So that means there will be two category of plants. The first category will shed their pollen grain at the three cell stage, and the second category in which plants will shed their pollen grain at the two cell stage. So the plants which are shedding their pollen grain at the three cell stage, they are already having the two male gametes. So that means generative cells already get divided. So that means there will be no any divisions in pollen tube, and the plants who are shedding their pollen grain at the two cell stage, in that condition generative cells will divide in pollen tube to produce two male gamete. So if we talk about the function of vegetative cells and generative cells, so generative cells will produce the male gametes and vegetative cell perform metabolic function. It stores reserve food for the pollen grain. When the pollen tube reach the ovary, then it get entered into the ovule through the micropyle, and then it get entered into the synergids through the filiform apparatus. So this filiform apparatus is basically extremely thickened cell wall of the synergid cells, and the filiform apparatus present at the micropylar end, and it guide the entry of a pollen tube. So here we can see these filiform apparatus, which is a extremely thickened cell wall of the synergid cells. So when the male gamete will be here, so this filiform apparatus will guide the entry of these male gametes into these synergids. So if we recall every points from the beginning, so firstly the pollen will land on the pistil, then interaction of pollen and pistils take place. And after the interactions, if the pollen will be compatible, If it will be of right type, then it will be accepted by the pistil, and then pollen tube will get start to germinate. And after the germination of pollen tube, it will reach to the ovary, and then it get entered into the ovule through micropyle, and then it get entered into the synergids through the filiform apparatus, which is a extremely thickened cell wall of the synergid cell. And one more additional points we have to keep in mind, that there are some plants which shed their pollen grain in three cell stage. So in that conditions, pollen tubes already carry two male gametes from the beginning. So there will be no any kind of division in pollen tube. But there are some other plants also which shed their pollen grain at the two cell stage, having one vegetative and one generative cells. So in that conditions, generative cells will divide in pollen tube for the production of two male gamete. After entering one of the synergids, the pollen tube releases two male gametes into the cytoplasm of the synergids. One male gamete moves towards the egg cells and fuse with its nucleus to form zygote, which will be diploid in nature. And the other male gamete move towards the two polar nuclei located in the central cell and fuse with them to produce a triploid primary endosperm nucleus. As it involves the fusion of three haploid nuclei, so it is called as a triple fusion. So here we can see that whenever the two male gametes will get entered into this embryo sac, in which one male gamete will fuse with this egg cell and the second male gamete will fuse with this central cell having the two polar nuclei. And when the fusion of male gamete with this two polar nuclei will take place, then it will form the primary endosperm cell, and this fusion is called as a triple fusion. And after the fusion of male gamete with this egg cell, then it will form a zygote. And after these fertilizations, synergids get degenerate and antipodal cells will also get degenerate. So that means in that condition, in the embryo sac, only the zygote and primary endosperm cells will be left. Since two type of the fusions take place inside an embryo sac, so it is called as a double fertilization. One is a syngamy and second one is a triple fusion. So we have to keep these two words, syngamy and triple fusion, in our mind. So syngamy is the fusion of male gamete with the female gamete, and triple fusion is a fusion of male gamete with the central cell having the two polar nuclei. It is an event unique to the flowering plants. So this double fertilization phenomena basically happens in case of a flowering plants. The central cell after triple fusions become primary endosperm cells and develop into endosperm, and zygote develop into an embryo. So that means after the syngamy, whatever the zygote is formed, it get converted into an embryo, and after the triple fusions, the primary endosperm cell is formed, which will get converted into the endosperm. So here this is a zygote which is formed after the syngamy, and later on this zygote get converted into an embryo, and this is a primary endosperm cell which is formed by the triple fusion. Later on this primary endosperm cells get converted into an endosperm. So if we recall everything from the beginning, so firstly pollen grain will land on the pistil, and then pollen pistil interaction take place. And after the interaction, if the pollen grain is of compatible, it is of right type, then pollen grain will get a start to germinate to produce pollen tube. So firstly pollen tube will reach to the ovary and then ovule, and finally it get entered into embryo sac, and then it will release its two male gamete, in which one male gamete will fuse with the egg cell and then it will form zygote, and the second male gamete will fuse with the central cell and then it will form primary endosperm cell. Later on zygote get converted into embryo, and primary endosperm cell get converted into endosperm. So that's all for today's class. In our next class we will discuss about post fertilization events. Thank you.